Alright, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to the 70s rock band Hawkwind for the very first time. I've never listened to their stuff before, so huge shout out to Graham for requesting this band. I'm told that Hawkwind are a unique combination of Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, and Yes, which, if you know those three bands, that is a wild assortment because Black Sabbath, they are so slow in their tempo, these just lumbering, catchy, heavy riffs all throughout their discography. Then you have Pink Floyd with the soaring guitars, the beautiful songwriting and lyrics. And then you have Yes, who are so progressive, very quirky in their style. And you put all of that together. I don't know. This is going to be an interesting listen for sure. My best guess is we're going to get a lot of progressive, heavy riffs in the rhythm guitar, and then soaring guitar work in the lead, but I don't really know what to expect here. I'm excited to check this one out. I hope you guys are as well. So let's just jump into it. We're going to start with Brainstorm. Around the world drumming. Oh, that is a super, super fuzzy guitar tone. Maybe it's the 70s recording here, but the guitars are really bleeding into the drums for me. Oh, look, this is a remaster. 96. Oh, it's like picking up. He's moaning. Alright. Reminds me of Manfred Mann's Earth Band. And all the while we've got this like hovercraft sounding off in the back of this mix, like a hovering UFO. Okay. So far we haven't had any riffs. It's just all been this chugging, this driving pulse. UFOs. I guess the riff is the bum bum bum. I guess it is a riff. This is not music from your typical rock band. understand this. The way the sounds are like emanating from one headphone traveling into the other, like I feel like it's going through my brain. I don't get it, but my head is like bobbing along, so I'm gonna go with the feeling in my body. There's a lot of repetition in this so far. This is super like trippy sounding. Almost reminds me too of Blue Oyster Cult a little bit. But this is like so interesting. This song is like almost purely driven off of the repetition, off of this like hypnotic pulse that just seems to exist. I don't know where it starts from, but it continues to like echo without a source. I hope that makes sense. This definitely feels very like cosmic. Also reminded a bit of Rush too. This bass line underneath, I've had a hard time hearing it because it's been mixed in with the guitars. I almost feel like I'm listening to like a soundscape. Stuff happening under the hood, but it's hard to pick up on everything. It is all fuzzy. This is like I'm communicating with the aliens in that movie Arrival. It came out in 2016. This is wild. Now I'm like weirdly reminded of Fish, because in a lot of their like interesting breakdown sections, this kind of stuff happens. The bass is so hard to pick up in this. Literally traveling. Dude, that was so interesting. Not at all what I was expecting, even given my lack of not knowing what to expect. It's like these like helicopter wings just like chopping in the air, and then the sound is capturing the traveling. I have a lot to say off rip. Okay, let's talk about Brainstorm before we jump into Spaces Deep here, the second track. I am conflicted right now because I like the tempo. It just keeps up. It's like this engine. It's very hypnotic, and it kind of keeps you just in that place, so like you can't go wrong with simply headbanging along to it. And as the sound gets louder or quieter, with the gradual crescendo or decrescendo, you're able to feel more of the song's intensity, especially with the rises. I also think that the like soundscape, this like cosmic rock that we're kind of hearing, if that's the environment that they're trying to get us to envision, they're doing it kind of perfectly. It really does feel like we're kind of floating around through the cosmos, like maybe overlooking the asteroid belt or some like giant dwarf planet or something in the distance. But I think the production makes the guitar feel a little too muddy, and you can hardly like pick up on the bass through that, and you miss a lot of the, like the hits in the drums, because there were some nice fills throughout, but a lot of those intricacies were kind of losing their luster because of the way they were bleeding together. which is surprising given that it's a remaster. So my only assumption is that this was like the sound that they were opting for. And riff wise, like nothing too special or crazy for me to write home about. So maybe I shouldn't have had the expectation of like the progressive heavy riffs, but that is just the opening song. Maybe it's meant to kind of set this moodscape, and then as we investigate the album further, we hear more. So let's see where we end up with Space is Deep. This is, I believe, the second track on the album, so following Brainstorm. That's cool. So you're still getting the space effects, but now it's an acoustic guitar. Oh, cool. I like the way the acoustic guitar is being recorded.
Space is dark, it is so endless. When you're lost, it's so relentless.
This like echo effect on the vocals.
It is so small. Why does man try to act so tall? Is this the reason? Deep in our mind. It does not feel, it does not die. Space is neither truth nor lies. Into the void we have to travel to find the clue which will unravel. Is this the reason? Deep in our mind.
Such a weird combination of sounds. Because like, I feel like this acoustic guitar and melody would work independently of the space sounds that we're hearing if it was more pronounced, almost like an alt rock song stripped down in an acoustic session. I don't know if the combo works here. I'm trying to keep an open mind about it.
Deep in our mind. The secret lies without tomorrow. In each of us is a hidden sorrow. Follows onwards through the night, beyond the realms of ancient light. Is this the reason? Deep in our
mind. This song too, my head is just constantly bouncing. The lyrics are terminated here. If you pick up on it, there's even in the first song, but there's been a droning note in this song that is super evident. It feels like that is sort of the mean if you were to average all of the pitches that we've heard uniquely on this one. The mean would be this droning note. Very spiritual feeling. All roads lead back to this note. Crescendo. trippy but aggressive. Alright, so there is some structure. We're bringing it back to the acoustic world. I think melodically I like Space is Deep just a little bit better than Brainstorm. That's cool. A lot of oscillation in this music too. I'm trying to understand what I'm listening to, and I feel like my approach has not been correct here because trying to understand has brought me nowhere. And experiencing what I'm listening to rather than just like trying to figure it out has been paying more dividends to me right now. But I still feel like I'm far off where I may need to be in terms of my listening. I'll just, be honest about that. Because I feel like we have almost completely departed from typical song structure. Like the fact that we returned to that previous acoustic place was more of a gift for me to be able to piece together the song and like the overall feeling I get through each minute of listening. But it all still feels very ambiguous to me. All the while, I'm still able to headbang along and enjoy the drive that's persistent. And maybe this is going to be a weird comment, but like, I feel like Hawkwind are very momentum based. The way that these two songs have felt to me, it's like once the momentum is starting to roll in and the intensity is rising, where there's a gradual crescendo, that momentum kind of ingrains itself within you, and you can't help but to enjoy what you're listening to, even if it doesn't come from like a larger than life place. You know what I mean? If you don't, that's also okay. I'm probably doing a bad job at describing this. A separate thought that I had was actually about the Dave Matthews Band. If you've ever listened to their record Before These Crowded Streets, you'll know that between songs there are interludes that kind of play that are kind of separate to even like the first, let's say, 5 minutes of a song. The last like 30 seconds of it are going to be just like a random little interlude played between the two tracks. They may not have any actual relation to one another. And I mentioned in my first time listening to that album, I'm like, some of these sections, they don't feel like they fit the songs that preceded it or followed it, but if explored, could become their own song. Instead of just letting it be a 30-second little blip, you just enter that world and expand on it. And weirdly enough, it feels like what I'm listening to with Hawkwind so far is like that idea manifest. This feels like an exploration of like a 30-second feeling. It's almost like we have like a magnifying glass, so to speak, and everything becomes that much larger just because we took the effort to zoom in further. I think I liked this one better than the first track, but let's see where I land by the end of this one. Let's check out the last song here. Very bleak. I think this is the most riffy riff we've gotten so far. This is so weird. I don't say this lightly, but this music feels weirder to me than when I was listening to Ween for the first time. Kinda some funk. There's the momentum building again. This is definitely the most riffy riff, but it's also not a crazy one either. Listen to the bass there, changing up the kind of flow. Slowly like transitioning into something else. right here. UFO sounds. All that build up to get to here. Because it kind of gets funky. Like, it was funky a little bit throughout this one. So I like that they returned to that funk here, but it's still very subtle. Just this like chugging along strumming pattern. Time we left this world today. There you have it. That is Hawkwind. Man, am I am I confused right now? I don't even know what I'm gonna say right now. I feel like I'm just gonna let my brain dump and hopefully the pieces make sense. But I feel very conflicted about them because I'm able to headbang all the time as I listen to what they're doing, but I can't fully get into it. Maybe it's because of like a lack of melody or dynamics across the songs, or maybe even within songs, the dynamics aren't as pronounced. I mean, the most dynamic thing you really get is either a slight shift in the riff that's being played, which is again a rather simple riff, to a lick that appears momentarily and then we kind of return back to riff bass line, or just the kind of chugging along with the drums. I don't know if the dynamics with just gradually raising the volume is enough, is the kind of way I think about it. Like that idea of exploring the 30 seconds of a song and expanding that into a whole world, I think conceptually it works, but didn't give me as much as I would have liked to hear in these songs, because I feel like they had so much that these are longer songs relatively speaking, so I feel like there's so much opportunity to grow it in different directions, and not taking it, I think, left a lot on the table. That said, like if the sound you're going for is just to create this like kind of monotonous cosmic soundscape, and I don't know how to say it, if like that's the sound you're going for, then they definitely nail it. And then all of the surrounding like UFOs and space effects and the guitar like lead stuff that's like quiet but panned and constantly traveling are fun to kind of listen to. But because of the way it's mixed, it also becomes very hard to even properly appreciate all of those elements too, because like I said from the beginning, it feels like the guitar, drums, and bass are pretty much bleeding into one another. And if you were like a guitar player yourself and you decide to play something that sounds clean, well, if you're playing multiple strings at the same time, oftentimes, especially with fuzzy distortion, the bleeding is going to be even worse. And if you're looking for a cleaner sound, well, you're not going to get it when you have multiple strings ringing out in that manner. The thing is, it's okay to do that thing, but I feel like because that was like the overarching theme for this entire listen, it ended up just like taking away from, I feel like, what could have been there. I think I was just like I ended up listening to more of the fuzzy tone than the actual underlying musicality or the rhythms going on or the subtleties in which the brighter instruments were like the roles they were responsible for. And maybe that is just like as a first listen to Hawkwind, so I'm going to still keep an open mind as it relates to them, but I don't think with what I got today, I would be keen to listen to too much more. Yeah, this is just my thoughts on this one today. Let me know your opinions in the comments section down below. If you are interested in sending a reaction request my way, you can do so by hitting the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.